Progressive Democrats, while passionate about advancing bold reforms like Medicare for All, the Green New Deal, and student loan forgiveness, can sometimes hinder broader Democratic election efforts. Their uncompromising stance on key issues, though energizing to the left-wing base, can alienate moderate and independent voters crucial to winning swing states and competitive districts. This often puts more centric Democrats in a difficult position, forced to balance progressive demands with realities of their more moderate constituencies. Moreover, progressives frequently criticize mainstream Democrats for moving too slowly on systematic changes which can create internal divisions. Instead of focusing on building alliances and legislative success, these factions sometimes engage in public disputes such as challenging incumbents in primary races or withholding endorsements. This infighting can distract from a unified front, allowing Republicans to capitalize on Democratic divisions during elections. And while progressive policies inspire young and diverse voters, the challenge remains how to advance these causes without undermining the broader Democratic coalition needed to win elections and enact meaningful legislation. A more collaborative approach between progressives and moderates could help achieve both electoral success and policy gains, which is what everybody wants. What does a bunch of complaining with no solutions do? Ask yourself. This is what they see. This is what they see. Or they feel threatened and they see this. What is this? What are you really doing? So progressives, what do you want? What do you want? What are you looking for? Anyone who knows anything about the government knows that you need coalitions. You need a majority to come and get behind you. And, you know, I watch people like the Young Turks all the time, and I watch people like the Majority Report. And I hear them say, "Oh, the majority of the people back this. The majority of the people back this." And they take one issue where, like, let's say, healthcare. Let's say everybody supposedly is in favor. Let's say 70 to 80% is in favor of universal healthcare. Then how come Republicans get elected? There's not one Republican who bases their beliefs on a universal healthcare system. Not one. So then how do they get elected if 70 to 80% want this so bad? Because they don't give a fuck about it. They may say, "Oh yeah, it'd be nice," but they don't care about it. Welfare, child welfare specifically. "Oh yeah, this is a big issue. This is a great issue." Then how come Republicans say we're not going to give money to parents on welfare, meaning that's going to directly affect the children? They cut the child tax credit. Where in the world does that tell you that 80% of the people care about that as a voting issue? But yet, you people will destroy Democrats, say they're horrible people, they're this and that, because they don't completely agree that we should bank everything on universal health care. Yes, 80 to 90% of Democrats believe we should have a universal health care, but that does not make everyone believe that. What Democrats, for the most part, believe, devout Democrats, not neoliberals or neocons or progressives. I'm talking about the average Democratic voter who doesn't even really consider themselves a Democrat. They just can't vote for crazy. They want a bunch of things, but they know it's not worth arguing with the right over universal health care when we've been doing it for so long. We've been doing it literally since the 90s. Why are we still arguing this moot point? You want a president to get in and do it with an executive order. Barack Obama got in and gave you this executive order, but now the progressives are harder on Barack Obama than anybody. If you want to talk about what these idiots on TYT, and don't get me wrong, I like TYT. I love a lot of their broadcasters, but the main two, Anna and Cenk, are morons. They're idiots. They have done literally nothing in the political arena except get some progressives elected and then destroy those very progressives that they got elected. Cori Bush, Jamal Bowman, need I go on? And then they turn their back on them. They literally just few months ago turned their backs on Bernie Sanders and AOC for backing Biden. When, if you know anything about politics, they did the right thing. AOC made a lot more friends by doing that. We got what we wanted. We got another candidate. But AOC made way more inroads by just saying what was obvious. He's not going to change his mind. He can do the job. And they tore her apart for that. I'm sick of hearing progressives whine and basically virtue signal to everybody about, oh, I care about this. You care about it, but literally when I talk to progressives, I ask, what have you done as a person, as a group? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. What you have done is you have created MAGA. MAGA, when they talk about liberals, they talk about you and your crazy, nonsensical, nowhere to go ideas. And then you have people also, once again, like TYT that claim to be capitalists. Now, I love the majority report. They do not claim to be capitalists. They claim to be democratic socialists, which I can respect, which I also agree with to a certain extent. But then you have TYT who says, no, we're capitalists, which is perfectly explained of why Jank and Anna moved out to California to be stars. They're not in these rural areas trying to help these people who really need it. They're not actually reaching out to anybody. They're not actually raising money or doing anything of significance. They are a joke. They are there to amp you up and make you think they're right and to ruin our political system. They are terrorists. Hassan Piker, a damn terrorist. They do nothing but spread a bunch of fear to you guys. And just like I ask Republicans when they say they need guns, I say, how many times do you need to use your gun to protect your life? 99% of the time, it's a zero. A zero. Even in a state like Georgia, where everybody has a gun. The answer is usually zero. So, I'll ask the progressives, how many of these things that you want to fix have you actually fixed? How is your process working for you? Will universal health care fix everything, or will it create another issue for the Republicans to destroy and exacerbate? You have to think ahead. You people are the ones that voted for Jill Stein and Johnson, which gave enough of the vote away to let Hillary Clinton lose, even though she won by 7 million votes in the popular vote. You people are idiots. You people are not what you think you are. I love your ideals. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I have progressive ideals, but I have a logical reality. I know what can and cannot be done. I don't mind working with anybody, no matter what party you believe in, unless you're a racist. Go fuck yourself. But if you are a person who really wants to make things better, not for just you, but for everybody, for the country, you vote to help America. You don't vote to help yourself. And if you're going to sit here and tell me about your personal issues, yours are not going to outweigh mine. So let's eliminate that. We're talking about what people need. We need to make sure that people are not poor, so therefore they don't have to take. Poverty creates crime. I'm sure the progressives agree with that. Then why did you go for years saying defund the police? No, not all of you. But why didn't you tell the ones that said that, yo, that's really dumb? That's really dumb. I don't want to defund the police. We need police. We need someone to police the streets because we have too many guns. We have too many crazy people. We have too many mental issues going on in this country. So I don't get it. I want people to really examine it and look at when they say blue MAGA. Look at what let's do a comparison. Let's do a side-by-side comparison. MAGA professes to one deity, Donald Trump. No matter what he says and does, they go with him. He is the greatest. He'll fix everything. Anybody on the left ever heard of Bernie Sanders? Name one thing Bernie ever fixed. Name one coalition that he has that votes with him. One person that sponsors all his bills. So then why are progressives so secure in the fact that Bernie has said all the right things but done none of the right things? You're idiots. You don't realize that the reason why Hillary Clinton lost is because Bernie refused to be her vice presidential candidate. Why? Sounds like an ego thing, but you tore Biden up for his ego thing. But wait, Biden won. Y'all shat on Biden, and Biden still did everything for Republicans, for progressives. He did more for all of those parties than any president has done combined. And I don't get it. I don't get where you're looking at. I don't think you people understand what legislation is. I don't think you understand how legislation works. You have to build. You cannot just enact. And history teaches us that. But progressives, nope, not so tight on history. These are the same idiots who said that Joe Biden wrote the crime bill to lock up black people. And I still haven't seen the video with the quote of that. But I've seen a video with him insinuating about criminals, and then progressives insinuating that because he says criminals, he's talking about black people. Who thinks that's racist? Me? I think that's a progressive racist right there. Blue MAGA. Blue MAGA believes that we should just say fuck the whole system because Palestine is getting torn apart. Palestine has now become the blue Israel. I don't give a fuck about either one of them. They don't care about me. Israel has never helped African Americans. Palestinians have never helped African Americans, nor have they ever shed a tear when we went through oppression. So why do I give a fuck? Progressives, get your shit in order, and this especially goes to the young progressives. Listen to people. You do not know everything. You need to be able to take information in. The reason why I'm an intellectual is because I've talked to everybody in every age group and every nationality and every background that you could possibly imagine, because I love to talk to people. I love to know how people think so that I can make better decisions for what the collective wants. And progressives still haven't got that. They're trying to tell people what's best for them. I don't believe in Christianity, but I'm not going to say that Christianity is not good for some people. It's good for some people, not for me. It's not my twist. But I'm not going to tell them what they should do, just like I don't want them telling me what I should do. And that's what you progressives don't get and MAGA doesn't get. You want to tell everybody what to do, and anyone who doesn't agree with you is just the devil. It's just everything wrong. You and MAGA consider yourselves to both be progressive. You think that you're saying something new. You aren't. Nothing new. Progressives go back on their ideals so often it's ridiculous. Because you're not thinking through the issue fully. You're not logical. You just think, oh, I want to react. I want to react. How many of you dumbasses went over to Palestine to help them? Okay, because you don't do anything. What is Hassan Piker doing with his millions of dollars that he makes for being a fucking goofball on Twitch? What is he doing with that money to help Palestine? He's raising money from you to help Palestine when he could match every dollar that you guys put in. Stop being idiots. Stop paying this idiot to keep scaring y'all. You want to keep, he does give some good information sometimes. The same thing with Cenk and Anna. If you want to follow them and watch what they say, fine, but watch it and know it's with a grain of salt, because they're fucking douchebags. They're hollow individuals, and that's okay because we're all flawed. What I want you to do is shut the fuck up when it comes to election shit, because you don't know what you're talking about. None of you wanted Kamala Harris, but now you're putting every bit of pressure on her. You expected her within 3 months to change a whole plan of an election, and she's not. She gave you more. She gave you more than Biden was offering. She gave you more progressive things, olive branches, but that's just not enough. Now you're expecting her to do what no one else is doing. And then when you compare her to Trump, you don't compare them fairly. You say Trump's lies as if they're true. I tell you, what is wrong with you? Progressives, wake up. All that fighting against fracking, what did it do? Nothing, because you didn't realize that when you put fracking out of business, you put people out of business. And then when they asked you, well, what are we going to do when we get out of work? You had no answer for them. You never do. You have no answers, no solutions. Even the Green New Deal that AOC did is a bunch of suggestions with no actual way to get it done. I'm not blaming her for that because she clearly says that. But you people act like the plan is already laid. It's already done. And I'm going on way too long. But listen, progressives, get your shit together. Come under one tent. Get your ideas together. Half of you are saying defund the police. Half of you are saying don't defund the police. Half of you are saying that we need to destroy our government. Half of you are saying we need to keep it. Half of you are saying we're capitalists. Half of you are saying we're socialists. Get it together. You sound like idiots. I'm tired of having to defend you when I talk to the right wing like I'm one of you. I'm not. I'm logical. I have a brain. Wake up. I love you. I love you all. But you cannot keep ruining everything. The more you ruin everything, the less receptive I am to the stuff that you know you can't get done. You need people like me. You need people who can explain and break things down on how to get things accomplished. Don't run us off. Do not destroy your only companions you have in Democratic voters, because once they're gone, they're gone. And that's where I'm going to leave it. Thanks for tuning in. If you can, like, follow, share, the blah, blah, blah. I am the Philly Special, Apollo G's, and I'll holler at you next time. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Please follow, like, share, and comment. Let's get a productive dialogue going so we can stop leaning to the left and stop leaning to the right and move forward. Thanks.